Welcome to Redvee TV's Instant Fan Reaction, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2021 season, as we reflect on Saints' 20 points to 10 defeat this evening against the Castleford Tigers. Terrible performance, terrible spectacle, terrible execution, terrible discipline, terrible refereeing, terrible gamesmanship, terrible instant fan reaction.
Hey, we'll do great numbers though. People love it when we get beat so they can watch us and put in the comments, they were a better team. Well, you know what, I'll start off with that. I'm going to start off Castleford with a better team tonight.
Based on them making less mistakes?
Yes, and deserved the win. Castle 100% deserved the win. Made less mistakes than us. Executed the game plan well. Kept killing us with the offloads. In the first half, they were getting yards and yards and yards with the offloads. How Cas play. Absolutely effective game plan. Absolutely no problem with that result tonight. None at all.
The word you mentioned there is game plan. What was our game plan in that opening 20-25 minutes? Because it didn't look like we had one.
No, it didn't. We looked flat, didn't we? I think literally the pack looked like it had been beaten. It looked like we needed a week off in there. Who was our best pack man? Walmsley? Batchelor, probably. There's a question that I want you to ask me in a minute. I will feed it to you, don't worry.
It's all right, I'll ask it, Kev.
Yeah.
Based on that performance tonight, does James Bentley get into your 17 next week?
James Bentley didn't get into my 17 tonight.
Does he get in it next week?
No. I know he will do. He will get into it, but no. I said that based on the preview show, I said I would rather see Ben Davies getting game time in there tonight. Listen, Bentley plays on the edge, and that's what you've got to expect, that it's going to go the other way. But when you've made one mistake...
And when you say on the edge, we're not talking about on the edge of your forward line.
Yeah, well, yeah, he plays on the edge of the rules with discipline. It's what you want, and we've lauded him for bringing that nasty streak. But when you've made one mistake like that, you can't go back and make another. You can't go back and get yourself sin-binned. It's just... Listen, he's been out. He's probably got a load of pent-up aggression. I get that. 100% get that. But if you ask me the basic question of, does he make my 17 next week? Based on that performance, no, unfortunately he doesn't.
Was that the question you wanted to feed me?
The question was going to be, who would you have, Ben Davies or James Bentley, based on now?
I haven't seen enough of Ben Davies to be able to comment. Listen, overall, James Bentley's a better Super League player, but it was his poor discipline tonight that... It was poor discipline across the park, but poor discipline cost us, and you don't mind giving penalties away, but not stupid ones where you don't need to do it.
Yeah, that's it, and that's the killer for us tonight. That it's been stupid penalties that we've given away, that have given Casfield position. It's stupid 6-agains that we're giving away for mucking about at the ruck, trying to slow them down. And I get that, again, you play on the edge with them, and each one's different, open to interpretation. But that's a dumb performance, that tonight. Absolutely dumb. That is as bad as the Warrington game for me, that.
Yeah, I think I said on Saturday after the Cats game, I thought it was our best attacking display, best 40 of the season, the way we played, and I felt tonight that was probably our worst performance of the season. I thought we were absolutely terrible. Even when we're getting given penalties, we're losing it in contact, first tackle, numerous occasions. Listen, when Ben Fayler's your referee, he's the sort of referee, when he decides he's going to start pinging things, he isn't going to stop. And we continue to make that easy for him during that game.
You put yourself in that position that referees, not even Ben Fayler, can penalise you. They will do, and they'll keep going, and you kind of get the feel for the game. The first 20 minutes was bitty. It was awful. It was stilted. It didn't really get going. From that moment on, we should have been smarter. And the ref doesn't lose you them games. He doesn't. He's not the one who's dropping the ball, going in on first contact. That's not his fault. He's reffing to the rules, and we'll come on to the red card as well in a minute. But you've just got to be smarter with the ref. You know how they all operate. There's not 30 of them, and you're not quite sure what goes on. It's the same faces every week. You know how they referee a game. You know how they interpret the rules. You've got to be smarter. And as I say, that was a dumb performance tonight.
We go in 6 points to 4 down at the break. You didn't feel we could come out and be worse in the second half. And for the opening half of that second half, we were.
Yeah, we were the better team for the last 10, 12 minutes, and that's it. That's all it was. And that was when we'd gone down to 11. We start throwing the ball about, and I think everything was flat tonight from the start. From the problems that we had with the PA system and the music, that makes the start flat. Then all of a sudden you've got fans are just flat, just not really getting into it. The players are flat. Everything about it.
Yeah, it comes to something when the 97 Cas fans, I did count, made a lot more noise than the Saints crowd for the majority of that game. Small in number, big in voice.
Yeah.
Listen, we spoke after the whole game about attendances. This is a Super League wide issue. We've got the issue. Hull had the issue. Everyone's got this issue, and it's getting that crowd back. And I'll be honest, I was talking from where I was sat. If you brought somebody tonight to their first ever rugby league game, would they be coming back?
No, I don't think you would. Unless you're a Cas fan and you think, "Oh, that was brilliant. We've just beaten the team who's done us in the Challenge Cup final. We've just beaten the current champions.
And won here for the first time in 29 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I said on the preview show that you'd win, didn't I?
But that's it. You probably would do. If you're coming as a Saints fan, you're not bouncing back here, are you? You're looking ahead to the games that are coming up. The Wigan game, we play as stupid as that at Wigan. We'll get a pasting. I'm glad we've got one of them out of our system, but it needs to be just one. That needs to be the last one for the season.
Just before we started filming this, I think I said to you, if we'd have won tonight, I'd have come on and just been flat because it was flat all round. We talk about why are the crowd drifting away from the sport. It's games like that is causing it. If you're a Sky exec and you've paid £25 million for the Super League TV contract for the next few years and you've watched that, you're looking and going, I've spent money on that. No wonder we've been relegated to Sky Sports Arena and the 100 cricketers on Sky Sports main event. It's just terrible, and it doesn't help with the rules. So I've banged on about this before, the 6 again rule. 2 or 3 occasions tonight, Makinson, when he's on the field, catches a high bomb, breaks the defensive line, makes a break. Saints going to be on the front foot. The Cas defence can get on top, lie down, and the worst you're going to get is a 6 again penalty. You'll never see a wide to west moment ever again. If this rule existed in 1999, 2000, wide to west, I was there. Bradford would have just lay on the touchline, and the hooter would have gone, and that would have been, and you'd have never had the most iconic Super League moments. It's a terrible rule. It's stupidity like that from the game as a whole that contributes to the spectacle being poor. It penalises the opposition. How many times tonight did we get a penalty for foul play against us, and afterwards the Cas player lies on the floor? Listen, we've got to assume it's a genuine injury, but not one of them genuine injuries forced the player off the field. It kills the momentum of the game. And after a while, it becomes coincidental, doesn't it?
Oh, is that a question? I thought it was a monologue. I mean,
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
No. You get bad games in every sport. You do get bad games in every sport.
But that was bad.
But, yeah, that was. I mean, but I support Burnley. I've seen bad games of football.
It's made Rafa Benitez football on Saturday at Everton look a lot more appealing all of a sudden.
But yeah, listen, we have said it. It looked like it was innovative, the 6 again, but it's been used. People have found a way, and we do it as well.
But the referee,
we do it.
Yeah, it's the rule. I'm not. Yeah. It's the rule, and teams are taking advantage. But it's frustrating when it's against you.
Yeah.
The referees need to be able to use their own common sense. And do you know what? Saints don't need 6 again on the 0 tackle. They'd rather be marched 30 yards downfield, and teams wouldn't do it. The referee needs to give the attacking team the advantage that most suits them and best suits the situation.
Well, and that's where you potentially change the rule to have the penalty if it's in your own defensive half, and you have 6 again if you're in the attacking half and you've broken halfway.
Simple, isn't it?
It would be, yeah, but I think that's, as we say, that's not just based on Saints. That's a sport-wide thing that it'd benefit everybody if you did that.
Remember when it was brought in, and I think they were interviewing James Graham about it, and he's going, "Oh, it's going to be really bad for the forwards because obviously you're going to have to get tired in defence at all this defensive." It's now used as a rest. Next moves on to Tommy Makinson's red card. Quite simply, under the current guidelines, under the current rules, it's a red card.
Shoulder to the head. I have no complaints about that. That's the rule. I think right thing to do.
We posted on Twitter last week. It was CO Matausia's one, and I was having an argument saying he'd wrapped his arm round the back. He'd gone to make the tackle. That was legit. That was the example of what is a red card, and I think Tommy might maybe miss a couple of weeks depending on how the disciplinary look at it. Maybe will the red card save him because he's been got it on the field?
No, was it the one against Fage, the Leeds player? It's Tevi, I don't know his name. He got banned for, was it 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks? I can see the same being there for Tom. I can see him sitting out the next month. Also, so that's Wigan, Lee, Warrington. Is it Hull? I don't know. Oh no, Magic Weekend. It'd be. They'd be the next 4 that he would miss if he gets banned for 4 matches, and it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't get 4 matches. As much as I love,
now you're just cheering us right up, Kev.
But as much as I love Tommy Makinson, you just cannot turn around and say that if it's direct contact to the head with a shoulder that you're not attempting a tackle. You're attempting a big hit, but you're not attempting a tackle. There's no arms coming around and being wrapped. I don't think you can moan about the colour of the card, though.
What I can moan about is all of a sudden now we're back to using the video to send players off, which I've got no problem with. It's that if that's what you're going to do. But it seemed for many weeks, how many times have we seen incidents on the field where we've watched the video of it and gone, that's terrible, but nothing's been given from it, and then players have been banned afterwards?
I don't know how much they're using it though, Dave.
When are you allowed to use it?
Incidents of, I think it is incidents of foul play that could lead to a card.
So how many times in a game are incidents put on report then, and then go and get dealt with by the disciplinary and players find themselves banned?
Well,
I don't know the rules there.
Yeah, the issue with with using the video ref, and I know this happened in Catalan a couple of years ago when Gareth O'Brien, was it O'Brien who played for us, and he got walloped by Zeb Tyre, and Zeb Tyre didn't get sent off for it. And I asked the referee that day why not, and he said the video ref at the time couldn't tell him where contact was, so he put it on report. Now if we're then re-reffing and taking the time, we take our time over try incidents. Why not just take your time, make a decision, stick to it? This is what I've seen. As I always say this, the video ref and the on-field ref should just have a chat. They do it in rugby union and they do it well, where they will turn around and say, I have seen this is what I think I've seen, blah blah blah. Then he will turn around and watch it and go to the video ref as the video ref is going through it all and say, this is what's happened. If they're going to use it, absolutely fine. No worries with that at all. If we get the right decision from it, which we have got the right decision in my opinion tonight, albeit against us, I have no problem with them using it, Dave.
That said, Makinson's red nearly saw Saints rile up and get back in the game. It seemed to be what we needed for the crowd to actually wake up, get behind the team, and listen. But for a line ball, which Eden's gone and intercepted, Saints come away with at the very least a draw there tonight. Well, golden points.
Yeah, but I think that'd have been snatching points off.
Oh,
Castleford,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have complained.
No.
I'd have still been moaning like hell on here, but yeah.
We didn't deserve it, did we?
I give everybody an early dart down the stairs.
I've never seen that far stand clear so quickly.
I thought there was a fire alarm. Just like at half time, I thought I had tinnitus, but it was Ben Thaler's whistle.
Yeah.
I'll get it in again. Used it on Twitter. I'll use
you
it again.
Like Ben Thaler.
Thanks. I won't
Both
now.
got a big head.
You see me in a few weeks once I finish this diet of mine. I think that's where we should end it, isn't it?
Hopefully, yeah.
Right, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will catch you during the week for the preview show ahead of Wigan. Do you know what that was all about tonight, Kev? Lulling Wigan into a false sense of security.
If you say so.
Catch you soon.